Richmond's gonna say SCR at Richmond. Alright.
Did you hear that, guys?
I can barely hear over the TV.
I saw our teammate, but I need his luck.
And he took it.
Oh shit, he gave me the bumper right back. He didn't give me the bumper, but he got it. I don't care, he can have that. I gotta make sure I get mine first.
Oh no.
Shit! I am lucky I didn't go down pit road for that. I went on the bottom and K bumped me, and next thing you know, I turn around at the pit wall, but I don't get hit by nobody, thank God. I don't know how the hell I didn't hit K or Dale Jr., and they were both running the bottom lane where I spun.
I love Mickey.
I got a little bit of rear damage, but that's from probably getting tapped. What happened? Oh hell! And when he lagged out, I think that's when Stephen grabbed the lead now.
Sorry.
No, Suarez. He got front end damage. I don't know.
I can't.
Now it looks like the 14 bumped to 43. Yep, pinned him down. He spun out. He hit the 99, and that was literally it. My TV's on the right side of me. TV's on the right side of me. And that replay was long as fuck. Well, most of the guys I picked to win this race done got fucked over, so yeah. Only ones left are the 8 and the 33 that ain't spun out or been wrecked. Oh yeah, but he spun out all by himself. 17's got a little bit of corner damage because of Stenhouse. Fucking 14 to Chase Briscoe done took out Suarez's fucking right front. Yep. He's done.
Even if we don't have the top, he wouldn't have a chance because he's on the last down.
Yeah, he's done. He's in the garage now. Man, fuck Briscoe, dude. He's come into the Cup Series and just screwed up everything for everybody.
I had a feeling he would do that.
Oh, did you hear what Stewart said about Kyle Larson? He said that at this point in Kyle Larson's career, Kyle Larson is better than Tony Stewart was.
Yeah. How old was Kyle Larson?
Huh?
How old was Kyle Larson?
No, he said at this point in Kyle Larson's NASCAR career, he's better. Because he said that when he watched Larson get into any type of car and win, being the first type, he said he can adapt, and he's going to be the next top driver.
Man, I don't know if you can see this, what's going on behind you, but in this chaos, it looks like this track is super slick. We know it's really hot. What are the conditions like out there?
Pressure.
Tell you what, I'm still a little confused of why they gave Biffle a brand new fucking car.
Yeah. But on the bright side, the camo car.
Yeah, the camo car did win, but they gave Biffle a brand new car. Like, is that legal?
I don't know. I don't think it would be fair to his others to have.
I mean, what about Michael Watcher? Did they give him a new car after his wing fell off? Well, I mean, Michael Watcher's whole ass wing fell off the back of his car.
You might use the back of the car.
I guess. But, damn.
I don't think Tony Stewart cares.
Oh, yeah. He was DNF'd from what they said. The fucking Biffle came from DNF to second with a brand new car. I'm like, hey, that's not fair.
Yes, it is.
They didn't give Senior 2 fucking car.
It's a different ring, right?
Yeah, okay.
Like I said, Biffle was the favorite, so they have to keep him in conversation.
Yeah, I guess. He was the ringer.
But they had Danica Patrick.
Well, I mean, actually, the track favorite was the guy that won because he was the hometown guy. I still laugh. He busted his fucking ass. He got out like, yeah, wow. I was like, huh. Stay on the side of a car much? He fell off the fucking door, yes. He fell off the door on his ass on the track.
I know that hurt.
You see, the top part of the side is an opening so they can get in. But when he stood on it, I guess it gave way on him and he busted his whole ass on the ground.
Yeah, the door said weight capacity going down. Maybe you shouldn't have been standing on that car. Maybe you should have dancing.
He tried to celebrate, but when he fell and he dropped the flag, I just kept laughing.
I know the fans were laughing.
Nah, they were cheering. He was trying to play it off like nothing happened.
That was just my signature fall off the car on purpose. Definitely didn't do that.
It was my signature cannonball on the asphalt.
Yeah, you know. Just the opposite of I'm just opposite of the car I'm having celebration. I don't stick with it.
Are you going down Pit Road, Dale?
Yep. I can't hear my car right now.
You good?
It's just mainly, it's either you like that better than the last
Didn't had to save the race car, right? But great drive by this guy, Ross Chastain.
it's still
He's in his first All-Star race.
I'm just trying to keep up a little. Maybe.
Yeah. I tell you what, though, the only person in this race that hasn't led a lap all weekend would be KH.
What? I didn't come through.
Oh, wait, no. He led a lap in IndyCar, didn't he?
I didn't.
No.
In the Cup Series.
Nats led him. You did lead in the Cup
I
Series?
led like 2 laps in the Cup Series.
Oh, okay.
Think of myself one of them races.
So I guess everybody in this race has actually led a lap in one series or another. Dale Jr. stole a fucking lap from Steven in dirt last night. And he went in for the lead, he popped the wall. Everybody got jumbled up. At one point, bro, I can't believe that we was bump drafting in the fucking late models.
What track was it?
Eldor's, we were damn bump drafting.
Them are shit ass
Damn NASCAR cost Steven his win. I don't know when NASCAR called the caution.
NASCAR's a caution on the white flag, and they said NASCAR's a caution. Then I'm ahead of him, but they still didn't give me the lead.
They gave it the mass.
I think 40 laps that race, or 45.
Yeah. You're dominant. We'll give you that. You've been dominant all weekend. Except for IndyCar. You've been dominant all weekend. Well, I mean, the only person that let a lap at IndyCar was fucking Nats. Because the AIs wouldn't quit kicking our ass.
I mean, I would have had a lap back, but you know, it was nobody else. I was crossing the A3, and I stood up in the guardrail, and I was running the race.
I know.
Oh, you watched?
I was in IndyCar with you.
I know. Did you like watch it?
Nah, I wasn't able to.
I had nobody else.
Let's go back and watch that restart and see how he stole this from Colorado.
You usually think a car would slide down the racetrack, not up the racetrack.
Hill, Ross Chastain is leading. Damn.
Watch, I need to like check the car.
Fingers a couple times, boom, and then here comes again, boom. They get into turn 3 right here, and we're both thinking, Joe, is it clear? Clear up, he's right there, he's clear. Now on the 4, he gives him room, and that's all it took. That least little bit right there, sucked right back around the outside of it, away to win. And here's Regan. Well, guys, Ross, watching that on our camera right here, you just said, I can't believe he left that for me from worst to first. You're an all-star tonight. Yeah, get racing the hero.
Ross Chastain moves on.
It's been a good weekend on track, and on track has obviously been really tough. Inspired Dale more though, so Donald Chevy was obviously really good to come from the back like that, and race with guys like Reddick and those guys, and I thought I was getting turned on the back stretch there when he drove in.
Yep, Ross Chastain is going to the All-Star.
Now I get to go NASCAR racing and All-Star racing.
There's no better sense of this game.
Continue on that dream, Mike. Big weekend for Chip Ganassi Racing. Won the IMSA Daytona Prototypes in Indy yesterday in Detroit. All-Star race tonight. And we're ready for round 2. Second verse.
Now they're going round 2.
20 laps. All laps count. Yellow and green.
Yellow and green laps count this round.
He's been on the inside lane. This time he chose the outside lane. Just happened.
Do what?
Oh, you said Ross Chastain and Big Dollar?
Yeah, Ross Chastain's going to the All-Star.
Chastain.
Oh, that 33's pushing that 8 car on the high side. You know he's got the equipment to win this race.
He's not.
Got a new name up there that we haven't talked about. Austin Cindric in that 33.
Austin Cindric, he's got the right equipment. He's got Penske equipment.
To the front, and Bubba Wallace is so right behind
He could win it.
right back to the forefront in the conversation at hand. I think that's the first time we made it. Bush's car's working pretty good. He's able to hold that outside lane, get a little clean air to the nose, and maintain some speed on third place at the Benedetto.
Hey.
I agree with the comment there. It's working good in places. It has to work good. If you're going to make passes, you're going to
Oh no.
that traction.
Did Dale Jr. lag out? Yep.
It's going to be slick.
Yep.
There are a lot of questions coming into tonight's race. What these tires would do with these extreme temperatures. Well, the A's Tyler Reddick had a conversation. Should we be here or not? He said actually the heat cycles on these tires is helping me. It's tightening up my race cars. So far, so good.
Chase Briscoe up to 7th. He's going to clear that second pack. Remember, he made a pit stop for tires a bit ago. Going to take him a while to work his way back up through, but he just might.
And Chris Buescher got loose in the spot. He tried to run that high line to get through 1 and 2 last time by, and it looked like the car just took off on him. So Eric Almirola now takes over the 4th spot.
We were looking at these cars down there on the grid. A lot of these things are full trimmed out, way down low on the rear of the cars. Right on there. That tells me they're built for speed. Go for it.
Oh.
What I've heard a lot of teams talk about, the only way you
Yeah.
can get a pass made is to have that car trimmed out. Hold on tight in the corner. And when you get low, maybe you can draft up and get a run. When you have the back of that car jacked up, yeah, it feels good in the corners, but then go nowhere down the straightaway.
Well, this was the restart. Tyler Reddick had to win because chances are now we're in.
Oh, my
Almost killed
It's going to be a little more orderly. Everybody's pre-race gears are gone. Now you got to settle down to the task at hand, which is how to get your car to the front. Regan.
Number 33, Austin Cindric, keep an eye on him. He told me earlier today his favorite part about being in this open race was he could be more aggressive.
Come on, Terry. I know you got more horse than some
Next
Come on.
minute, series regular. He said, I don't have to worry about messing these guys up today. If I get into them, I can go all out today. You gotta love that attitude. Listen, we've seen when he's in this position, he knows how to handle it well. I think he's a really calculated driver, but he's got the aggression on his side.
This is where, if I'm these guys and I need to find ground, I got some real estate where these guys aren't. You see them right down the bottom of the racetrack. I would be moving up, tiptoeing into that traction car, testing the waters there because I've got to make some passes. I cannot follow this guy for 20 laps.
And there's a guy doing exactly what you're talking about, 21, Matt Benedetto. He's been creeping up there, putting those right sides in that traction compound, opening up the door to the inside of Eric Almirola, as we see right here. And see what happens when they go down to 1 and 2. We've seen in 1 and 2, this has worked for Benedetto the last couple times. Yeah, there he goes again, almost all 4 tires up in the traction compound. Watch this run he gets off the corner. That's where it really pays off. Big run. Oh, big block. Makes the pass.
Wow. Yes, sir. That's what it's going to take. Gutsy moves. Go for it. That's what this race is all about.
And you saw right there, that's all it took to lose the momentum for the 33 of Austin Cindric.
I'll show you that pass from our aerial coverage.
And this was set up about a lap before this because Matt Benedetto really felt out that traction compound. Here's down the back straightaway. He's got the run. He's another one of those cars, Clint, that you talked about on the grid that was trimmed out. Car was low, and he had the run, and then he was able to draft and make that pass. That's how you get it done.
I see the leader, Tyler Reddick, moving up. Every conversation you can bet.
that spotter and him were talking about what's going on in the rearview mirror. You got to be prepared for yourself for that. See, I think Austin Cindric, he just hasn't ventured up there enough yet because I think Chris Buescher just did the same thing through 1 and 2.
Most importantly is the number that is shrinking, and it's that one right there. It's the gap from Reddick back to DiBenedetto, first to second.
Like we talked about the importance of track position, everybody has pitted and taken tires at some point except our top 3. They're still out there on the tires they started this race on. Track position.
I think Eric Almirola actually might have the best car out there right now. That car is pretty fast. He can run the bottom. Haven't seen him venture up high yet like DiBenedetto.
Look at that. Wrap that bottom on both ends of the racetrack. This is the racetrack that I was hoping we would see with this traction compound. Opening the door up for that side-by-side action that you're seeing right here. Those opportunities, those moments for these guys.
Right, you see right there, DiBenedetto doesn't mind giving that inside lane to Almirola because he's using that traction compound, that higher lane, to carry that momentum on the exit.
Gives you the opportunity, though. And, you know, I'll argue this with anybody. I know there's a lot of opinions about that stuff. And I think, in my experience of it, some tracks it works better than others. This one, I dig it. I think it's helped the racing product. It has to come in, and that's what you're seeing right here. And I think that's a good sign for what's to come tonight.
That compound is heat activated. Today is its day.
Ought to be wide open, right?
Yeah, he's pulling his shoes off. These guys.
Tyler Reddick has opened up a bit of a lead with second and third battling back and forth.
I agree with you. I think Eric Almirola's car is the fastest car in the track. He just can't find a way around. He keeps shooting to the inside, hugging that white line. As you see right there, you can get beside him, but you come off the corner with no momentum and not the preferred line.
Well, and I think it's important to point out, we've heard drivers make these comments about that traction compound. There's a level where you get into it and it increases the grip. Yeah, I'm sure there's some heat that's activated, but if you jump over it, it goes from a lot of grip to very little grip. Let's see if he can complete this pass here. Do a little side draft on Matt DiBenedetto as he enters into turn 1.
There he is.
Now he's got to jump up. DiBenedetto got high.
Yeah, he's just missed, lost the front turn on his race car. Got tied up there. You can see him having to lift up off the corners. That traffic, that helped Eric catch him a little bit there.
Star, and then Jimmy Hill ahead of him. Anthony Alfredo's got past Chase Briscoe for 8th. But it's first place that matters right here.
He's going to have a chance at him here before this thing's said and done. Boy, that would rub old Tyler Reddick wrong.
Oh, man.
Another one right here at the end of the last lap, huh?
This guy's like, what do I got to do? I cannot get comfortable in this race.
Clint and Jeff, until they caught lap traffic, the 2 laps prior, Eric Almirola right here in 3 and 4, never lifting off the throttle.
Watch the run that he gets right here. Big run. That's Richard Childers. I heard that voice.
Well, I know one thing he's going to have. I think he's going to have to force Eric Almirola to pass him on the bottom. You cannot leave that door open down here to let him get to the outside.
Eric lost quite a bit off the turn 2, running down low. He was a lap traffic.
Quinn House just ahead, about to be lapped. And they go to the top. Jamie.
Yeah, listening to Eric Almirola in the 10, it's interesting. Most drivers are saying how loose they've been all race. He's been saying how tight he is, and that's probably why he's able to get through the corners so well, especially in that traction compound. As you see right there, just a reminder, Eric Almirola in the season, he's had 1 top 10 to this point. How great it would be to make his way into the All-Star race.
But, and as the run goes on, I would imagine that these guys are loose like Tyler Reddick. Maybe it'll tighten up for him, and it could get too tight for Eric Almirola as he gets closer. But right now, I really like what Eric's doing. Working that high line, getting that big run off the corner. This time he's going to have to run the bottom.
Lap James Davis. Last year, Almirola won the first round to transfer in as they go past Josh Bilicki. Final lap.
Yeah, right now for Eric, all he can do is go wherever Tyler Reddick gives him. And that's what he tried to do there, but going to lose a little bit down the back straightaway.
A quarter of a second is the difference as Tyler Reddick powers off turn 4 and wins round 2. He's an all-star. So both drivers that have transferred in making their first NASCAR All-Star race. Ross Chastain and now Tyler Reddick. The Reddick fans are out in force in Texas.
Liberty Mutual, customized car insurance, so you only pay for what you need. How much money can Liberty Mutual save you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, everything hurts.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. WWE Thunderdome. Just days before Clash in Hell in a Cell match for the Universal Championship, will Rey Mysterio avenge his son Dominic after another brutal attack by Roman Reigns? It's an all-new Friday Night SmackDown, live at 8 Eastern, 7 Central on Fox.
Tucker Carlson Originals. Learn how gang members migrate to the U.S.
MS-13 uses our open borders to expand its operations.
And the U.S. put a stop to the threats before it's too late. Tucker Carlson Originals. New episode available now, exclusively on Fox Station.
5, 4, 3, 2, here we go.
It's showtime.
Clock is ticking, do your thing.
Hey, take that drop, Skip. He's broken it over.
I thought you actually had done your homework for once.
Are we going to be clean or are we going to be dirty? Tough. I will give it back to you. Plus, ship it to him.
What? I will get you all you in the bed.
Oh, that was a long sleep.
Yeah, it was.
So who all led laps? Just Quentin and Stevens so far?
Yeah.
Oh damn, Hey went a lap down.
Tyler Reddick, who finished a Cup
Yeah,
career
that's
last July, is now an all-star. He joins Ross Chastain, transferring in as the winner of round 2. Vince.
Tyler Reddick moves on to the All-Star. Well, there was one of the guys I was rooting for.
What do you need out of this car to be competitive in the open?
Really got to think about that here over the next couple of minutes, but yeah, it's kind of disappointing to give it up there to Ross at the end of the first segment. I was really hoping to just get this iCash Auto Chevrolet into the All-Star race, but it looked like he was there, but I was too loose to really pull open block, so I just played the safe bet, let it go by, and thankfully we executed the second segment. We got staying in the race, but yeah, as you mentioned the heat, wow, that's the hottest twin lap race that I've ever done, or 40 laps, I guess. That was hot.
Yeah, you can see it on his face, guys, that it is steamy. But the All-Star for the first time is Tyler Reddick.
Chapter 3, 10 laps. How's this going to play out?
I'm going, I'm straight. No, I'm straight. Crossing the finish line now. I spun, downshifted twice, and kept going straight.
Tell me about the racetrack. Extremely hot, 145-degree track temperature. It's got to be slick out there. How's your race car? How are you going to get this guy off?
Race car's fast. The police day 130 coming in there and becoming the dominant lane. And so it's really hard to pass on the bottom, but I feel like our car is really good and got luck needed. And so try to keep our midfield Ford Mustang here up front and try to go race for $1 million cheerleaders tonight, hopefully.
right, man. Good luck. Get it on.
Good luck is something that has eluded him so far this season. It's a season like I don't think I've ever seen for a top-ranked driver to have had so much misfortune at this point in the year.
Maybe it all comes together on this $1 billion All-Star night, Mike.
Here we go. You bet. So it'll be Almirola and Di Benedetto. In fact, 4 cars up front with Busher and Cindric. Stenhouse and Wallace. LaJoy and Alfredo, Briscoe and Haley to top 10. And Cody Ware, B.J. McLeod, Garrett Smith with James Davis, and Quinn Houck. Timmy Hilding, star Josh Bilicki.
So I'm really looking at this second row. Obviously, Matty D's down there on the bottom with the inside of Eric. But this second row, I think that's what dictates what happens getting into turn 1. You're going to have to pounce on them quick. It's a 10-lap shootout. And in my opinion, this happens in the first 2 laps.
So hopefully Almirola and Di Benedetto have not been to pit road. Busher and Stenhouse at lap 11, Cindric and Wallace at lap 6. Briscoe and McLeod at lap 15, and everyone else more recently. You know, I wonder, going back to our iRacing on Fox and the success that James Davison, Garrett Smith, and Josh Bilicki had in iRacing, Timmy Hill. You got to wonder what these young fellows could do in really good equipment given the chance. Is one driver in that list a star in the making? It'll take future seasons to prove that out.
There's only one way to prove it. Keep digging.
And here we go. 10 green flag laps to finish the All-Star Open.
Yeah, he'll have left from the fans.
Briscoe on the bottom coming from
Might not even gonna say it.
I don't know if Bubba's going to move on from the fan vote. He ain't got a good fan base right now.
He don't have a good fan base.
He's got a Facebook group called Fuck Bubba Wallace.
To me, this is the end of the racetrack for that top 3.
Don't want to ride G's.
I'm sure he ain't getting that fan vote. Especially not in a state that is all about the rebel flag. I don't know. I think they're gonna go with Cindric or Matty D or somebody. They might go with Matt Di Benedetto.
I think Di Benedetto if he don't win this race.
That or it might be Busher, because remember, Busher is a hometown boy.
You see the 17, desperation set in. He's trying to make something happen, go where they're not.
Briscoe 4th, 5th, and closing. Unfortunately, Cindric making the pass in turn 3. Almirola got that clean air, just run his fastest lap of this race.
Yeah, we're starting to see that sunset a little bit, some shade coming to certain parts of this racetrack, Larry.
I also think that traction compound really has left it wide open, probably, or close to it, in 1 and 2, and the traction compound on all 4 wheels up in it again. I talked about tiptoeing up into that stuff. When it comes in, your ball keeps getting better and better. Temperature going down, all those things.
One more driver left to race into the All-Star race, and won by your vote.
There's always things to learn, too, and I'm watching that 47. Came in and put tires on Stenhouse. Really not going anywhere. It's going to be interesting as we move forward through the night, going through all these rounds and everything else. How big of a factor those people
your tires are going to make.
I know what the major factor in that's track position and somehow getting clear on those restarts of whoever you're side by side with.
Matthew Benedetto has made no inroads on Eric Almirola's lead over these last 2 laps.
Well, and I'm not totally surprised. His opportunity was on the initial restart because Eric Almirola has a very fast race car right now. I think we saw prior to this he had one of the best race cars. So it's going to be tough to just go up there and pull on, draft off of him, and complete that pass.
Well, let's go back to that restart, Jeff, and break it down for us.
So what Benedetto needed was just a little bit more of a push from the 33 of Austin Cindric, and he might have cleared Almirola down here through the middle, 1 and 2. But you see Almirola fights back, able to get side by side. He doesn't go all the way to the traction compound and complete the pass on Matt DiBenedetto. So DiBenedetto still able to stay side by side as they go all the way through 3 and 4.
And was able to keep it wide open through 3 and 4. But eventually, Eric being on that outside when they got down there to turn 1, was in the catbird seat up in the traction compound, and the preferred lane was able to pull away and clear.
One guy taking advantage of those 4 fresh Goodyear tires that came down pit road on the end of that last round, and that's Chase Briscoe.
Day late and $1 short.
$4 million short.
Last lap. Almirola.
Oh my God.
What happened?
Yeah. Turn 3 to turn 1 just holy fuck.
Excellent performance. Eric Almirola
Had pretty easy second place too.
Into the All-Star race for the 4th time.
Man, I'm so happy for him. Finally, something good happening to Eric Almirola, this race team. And hey, maybe it gets even better.
I kept up with him for a bit, and then he seems to, once tires wear just a little bit, he seems to just take off.
Yeah, he's good in the long run. He's been good all weekend here at Richmond.
I'm trying to get a setup so I can actually get up to him.
I don't know. I know it wasn't what you wanted out there, but you're in, baby. Your fans voted you in. Congratulations. How about them fans?
I think the Benedetto's fans voted him in. Who won the final stage?
Almirola.
Oh. Man, he sucked all season. The fuck did he do? How the hell did he beat a bunch of people that whoop on him every week? His ass don't even deserve to be in that fucking race. And if everybody got in, I mean, everybody else deserves to be in there. He don't. He ain't done shit all season. Probably. Knowing his luck. Knowing Kevin Harvick's luck, he'll probably take him out. Then Kevin Harvick will be like, Texas has been mean to me this year.
That's just a good one. Well, we have 2 races left in the couple. 38, 50.
Alright. Go low, I'll go high.
I'm not really worried there.
Who? Next week is the Super Speedway. The new super speedway. They better run a super speedway package. If they're calling it a super speedway, they better run the package.
I doubt they're gonna do that.
They better run it. I don't give a fuck.
And if they run it, they better be in a pack. They better be pack racers.
Oh yeah, it better be pack racing.
I want to see bumper to bumper.
It's concrete though. It's slick.
Okay, let's see if they wreck it.
Oh, they would wreck. That track's known for its wrecks. It's also known for the bottom being the best line. If you try to move up to the top line, you'll lose it.
I just don't want to see space out racing.
I don't think it'll be spaced out.
Not too bad.
So let's get out there and get those footballs. NASCAR.
Eric Almirola has raced his way into the All-Star race by winning the All-Star Open. So he will join Ross Chastain, Tyler Reddick, and Campbell winner Matthew Benedetto in the final 4 positions of the All-Star grid.
Down low now. Oh. Now you
Look,
good.
I don't think anybody in this field needed something good to happen this weekend, more so than Eric Almirola had tons of bad luck this year. But this year, you can get all the right direction.
Yeah, I'm 3 laps down, so you're good.
Make you happy about something. It's been a really tough year, and the guys just continue to work their guts out and bring the best cars we can. And here, in Texas today, we got a really fast car. We took the long way in, but I'm still glad we're racing for $1 million tonight. So just so thankful to all our partners that continue to stick behind us even through these bad times. All the messages I've gotten from support from all of our partners, everybody at Smithfield, Ford, Go Bowling, Pit Boss, Honey Stinger, Shady Ray Sunglasses. Everybody just continues to build me up and continue to support me, even though it's been a rough year. So just proud to give them something to smile about, really.
Something to smile about, definitely, Eric. But you mentioned the long way into this race. That means you've got 50 laps of experience on this track right now. So just pretend none of your competitors are listening right now. What did you learn? What do you need different?
The gas pedal's on the right. Yeah, I mean, the track is just so gripped up in the TJ1 once it activated at the beginning of the race. It was just really sketchy up there. That's why on that restart at the end of stage 1, I wasn't sure what to do, and I chose behind Tyler, and I didn't take the top. I knew my gut was telling me to take the top, but I was so skeptical of that outside lane in turn 1 and 2, and Ross made it work, so I was beating myself up over that. But the track is so fast now with this reduction in horsepower. There's just a lot of on-throttle time, so it's important to have a fast car, and we got one. Booga and all the guys on the team brought me a really great Ford Mustang, so hopefully we'll have Smithfield in victory lane later tonight with $1 million chip.
Good luck, Eric. Thanks.
So let's recap the All-Star Open. Round number 1. Tyler Reddick takes one. Paul Walsh goes to the swing on lap 4. Lap number 9.
Do what?
Ricky Stenhouse in contact with Chris Buescher, who goes around.
That ain't gonna happen.
Jones' turn in the spin cycle.
You got Larson in there, man. That dude's on fire. The last 4 weeks, he's finished in the top 5.
Get Denny and Bubba out. No. Who?
Yo, what's up? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. What? You're good. The next cup race, since you asked, is Friday at 9. Yep, it's Mid-Ohio next week, so prepare for that.
But unfortunately, the track is now the sun's starting to set. That track is 45 degrees, slightly getting cooler cooler, going to make more.
Yeah.
And I think that's just going to make these restarts that much more critical by running wide open side by side.
What I saw is drivers when their back's up against the wall in an open. They don't want to be in the open. They want to be in the All-Star. They want to be racing for $1 million and be the All-Star team. Part of that conversation and being in that. I saw slipping, sliding around. I saw beating and banging. These guys had their hands full. 145 degrees. I've said that time and time again. That's extremely hot. Track is slick. Going to be cooling down. They'll have more grip, and I think they'll be racing even tighter because of that.
Plus, what I saw is you can get side by side and you can pass even after the restart. So here's how they'll line up for the All-Star race. Kyle Larson won it in 19, Bob Wish in 17. That's your pro. Christopher Bell, Cole Custer, Austin Dillon, Chase Elliott, Brandon Grauman, with Joey Logano, William Byron, Brad Keselowski, Martin Truex are the top 10. McDowell and Harvick, Kurt Busch and Bowman, and Hamlin and Blaney. Those are the drivers that were guaranteed in.
I know Nat saw that.
And then the 4 drivers who just transferred in.
I was like, no.
Yeah, Rudy Fugle is in his first All-Star race here for William Byron. We're starting a
Oh, he's going down pit road though.
And what can you adjust on your car?
He ran out on his way to pit road.
How much the track was lacking great with that 145 track temp, you know, so it's the shade setting, you know, and we're going to get a little bit cooler track temps, but we're going to need to be able to drive it and have a good handling race car. So might had to make a couple adjustments before we get started. It's a little bit more slick than we had planned.
That's the benefit of getting to watch that race and not have to race his way in. We'll see William Byron up here shortly.
That's Jamie. Elaborate preparations underway to introduce the All-Star drivers who will include
Steven's coming out of pit road now.
Let's transfer in from the All-Star Open.
Here comes Cahay, gonna catch him.
The best part of stepping into the spotlight isn't the awards or the acclaim. The best part of stepping into the spotlight is helping others step into theirs.
Join the Ram Spotlight Sales Event. Get $3,550 in total values on the 2021 Ram 1500.
Here's USAA made for it. It's made for this girl.
What?
It's made for her. She's serving them. We made it for all
You know,
I know. He has the most laps with. Ain't nobody gonna catch him.
even if he lags out.
We're just all trying to outsmart them is what we're trying to do.
Standing on Fox's one-day animation.
Would you write the prescription for some sexually healing?
Man, you got to kill him. Came here about to lap. Again.
You can watch Housebroken.
Yeah.
And don't get a bill anytime.
Thanks for coming. I love being famous.
Fox Animation Domination Continuation. All new Mondays on Fox and watch anytime on Fox Now or Hulu.
Imagine if Chris, as a kid, was never given a baseball, fan, a helmet, or football.
You gotta think I'm on some really old tires.
Wisdom with no clues for heaven.
I had a good strategy, but I didn't think Steven's pit stop would be that fucking quick.
Access to sports and plays been
Yeah, they're here 3 seconds at the end.
help us restore play.
Back here in our virtual studio, check it out. These are the 4 guys who are racing for $1 million across the stage. He started his career in the field. Tyler Reddick.
Nah, he had to pull off like a tank of gas or some shit.
fans.
pit stop was like 2 seconds.
We were sitting here watching the race, and J.D. McMurray must have said like 3 or 4 times, this is a great race. It always is. I love to watch this race. Disappointing.
Yeah, it was fun to watch Ross Chastain, who, he had a good starting position, and then he had to go to the tail end of the field. But he drove right up in there, had to break and get in a couple of cautions. He's got a really fast car, and I think he's probably in the best position of anybody.
Hell yeah. Say it again. Say it again. That was good.
He kind of knows what he has in traffic, and then he knows when to slow things out in front. So I think he might be in the best position to make some adjustments and have a good all-star race.
Yeah, I mean,
No, I'm good. I make mistakes all the time.
I'm not gonna lap you anyways. I want you to.
I'm already a lap down. Fuck that.
I'm not gonna lap you because we're gonna get
Why do you think I'm trying to stay out on 44 lap old tires?
When I get
Bullshit.
I'm not gonna.
I'm glad that with this setup I can save tires though. Xfinity, I couldn't save tires. Yeah, my damn, I run out of fuel before my tires even get in the orange.
Well,
What's your tire?
you talked about 130.
35.
And that doesn't play into the favor of great racing because this package, you want to run side by side.
And I've been...
The cooler it gets tonight, though, the better that will be, the better the restarts will be.
I've been on these tires since it said 44 to go. So, yeah.
Until it gets activated.
I've been on my
I've been on my tires for about...
you know, I watched this race.
30-some laps.
That even though it was hot, even though it was 140-degree track temperature, that track position was still king. It's not like we had great tire follow. That's going to get better with a cooler racetrack.
Here in about 4 laps, I would have been on my tires for 40 laps.
When do we make that mandatory 4-tire pit stop in round 5? And then what do I do if you're in round 5? I can tell you what I'm doing at the end of round 5 right now. I'm staying out. I'm getting that track position.
There it is. I want to know of the guys who transferred on. I mean, Tyler Reddick had a very fast race car, but you saw Ross Chastain just drive past him to win that first round. Who do you think is the strongest out of this group of 4?
Well, I think Ross, because he had to work his way through the pack. Tyler had the luxury of kind of starting on the front row, and he had that one. We had a couple of restarts, and the fact that Ross was able to kind of side draft him, got the run at the right time, and then he was in the traction compound. You see right here, he's able to get his right side tires up in that traction compound and clear Tyler Reddick. Now, Reddick had him passed, right? And if he could have moved up, he might have been able to win this race, but I think that Ross is just in the best position because first off, he had a fast car, but also because he's experienced good air and bad air.
And I watched Ross Chastain, I watched his data, and something that little drivers, especially a lap or 2 into a run, was run wide open without lifting the throttle through turns 1 and 2. And that second lap, he never left the throttle. There's only 20 degrees of banking down there in turn 1 and 2, but he ran wide open, and that's what got him that launch off turn 2.
When you were driving and you knew that you were going to be in the All-Star race, how closely did you watch the Open? And when you did watch it, or if you watched it, what were you looking for?
Yeah, well, everybody watches it because you want to see kind of what the track's going to do. Today we have SMT data. They can race like what Larry just referenced. And the fact that we have a different rules package this weekend, they're even paying more attention to that to see if they can run wide open through turns 1 and 2. I think we all knew 3 and 4 would be wide open because of how much banking it has. But they're also seeing like when is that traction compound going to come in. I would say any of the guys that are friends with drivers that ran that, they've called, they've texted just to see if they can get any information. But of course you're going to pay attention to that because you can learn from it.
What's the process now for a driver?
Just give me a
race. You saw them; they were hot when they got out of that car, especially someone like Matthew Benedetto or Eric Almirola who had to go the entire distance.
You're just lucky you're good at Richmond.
Yeah, I mean, there are no question that those 4 drivers, even though the track conditions will change,
I like nice first.
they have a little bit of
You so enjoying that you can run up on me like that.
I enjoyed it.
They can make slight adjustments, you know, they can adjust air pressure, they can adjust wedge.
I didn't want to shut you down.
That was a long damn stage, I ain't even gonna lie.
Those 4 drivers and their crew chiefs making those slight adjustments to those 4 races.
I got 85.
Yeah, the splitter. And I think even
Can't do this in NASCAR.
so well there. For Butch, a teammate, they're also going to debrief with him and maybe adjust on their part before the start of this race.
And we talked about the pressure.
Yeah, I got 85 laps to go.
To make it in the All-Star event, especially especially because how far they traveled to go to this All-Star event, and now they can just, I mean, there's pressure to go to
He had 3 laps and other laps.
about the Daytona 500. Check it out.
Hey, race fans, I can't wait to be back in Daytona this February, playing in front of a full house for the Daytona 500. This event is so special, nothing compares. The energy of the crowd, the atmosphere, it's electric. I'll see you for the kickoff to NASCAR season in Fox.
I got it.
Nats, yep. Steven did get it.
I don't know why you pushing me, asshole. It's not helping.
We will see you there.
So Nats gonna get him a lap, or is K-Hay gonna steal it? Oh, K-Hay steals it.
Motherfucker, y'all really gotta make it hard for these things to be don't you better pray. Wait till the long one. Don't y'all. I'm gonna drag y'all fucking ass all the way. We can go for it. Oh shit. I'm scared.
Steven went in, I braked. It clipped his corner panel, he went up in the Nats. I braked like hell. I knew that we were going to end up squeezing 3 wide in that turn. I was like, nope. I'm trying. I've been trying to get the lead since you finally left the lead.
Try harder. I have plenty damage. I'll stay behind you. I'm just going to save my time.
We're going to have to pit one more time, so we're going to see how the strategy works out for people.
Oh, I know. I got to do one more.
I still can't believe K.A. stole Nat's lap like that. He said, ooh, opening.
I know Nat's is faster. Can you get a little bit? Come on, King.
I'm getting draft.
Okay. Can't get draft. I haven't got a single
high draft.
I can throw that for right Oh, wow. Alright. Come on, Oh, got all day. I got wax. I don't want to move. I don't want to move. Let's go.
We are less than 20 minutes away from driver intros down in Texas as we're getting ready for the 2021 All-Star Race. 21 drivers will compete for $1 million. And so during the commercial break, I thought I was being all smart, and I asked Larry Mack's strategy. What's strategy for round number 1? And what did you guys say? Both of you guys said it's going to be big.
Whatever Almirola said, the pedal on the right, the loud pedal, the one that you hold wide open as much as you can. The strategy is finish every round.
Maybe I should have lapped King one more time.
Where you start that 5 and that 5th round.
Yeah, I'll get that one.
Hearing you say there's no strategy hurts me. Like,
No, I wanted everybody to go into a race.
I'm like, this is how we're going to do it. It's just go.
Yeah, I think that if we would all agree the format is a little bit too hard to keep up with. But the reality is, if you're inside the car, it just has to be
like too wide.
The farther up front you're going to start at that.
We ain't battling. We ain't went too wide yet.
There might be a little too wide. When you don't. But what we saw in the open races is that tires maybe a small amount of difference, but Ricky said
That's what she said.
those drivers put tires
I knew he would say that, damn it.
It would be harder to pass
It's always what she said.
putting tires on horses though.
Well, yeah, because if she don't say that, then you're not doing it right.
Yeah, so Larry said this also during the break. He's like, one thing about this race,
Please, don't let his ass in there,
you can lose it. And that's the case here, right? And if I'm a driver and I'm Kyle Larson on the front row, and you watched how slick it was in the traction compound, or you know,
Who shit he about turned me again? Same turn. He about turned me the same damn turn again. Boy, the fact that my quarter panel didn't touch that wall is something else.
I'm there.
Oh, wow, he hit the pit wall. K just smashed into the wall.
Stage 3 isn't my stage. 13 seconds.
We need the paramedics to turn 1. We got a 38 car.
No. I think I broke my wrist in this turn.
Yeah, we gotta get that 38 shirt. He hit the wall pretty fucking hard.
Did y'all see me? My back tires almost went. Wait, my back tires did go up here when the wall hit first. That's me.
Hey, he's in it, and if you're in it, you can win it because it's not right. That's your stage, right? That's your stage. And the night time is the right time, and all of that stuff. And yeah, let's go up to the mic.
Nah, he tried to go for the wide under the yellow line under the He did not pay off. Bye-bye, Blackbird Racing.
A 30-lap feature.
Bye-bye.
Trophy dash. That's how you need to look at tonight. Now,
Nope, I hit the apron and went around.
No, the lap before.
In fact, Matt kept me going straight.
Now we can keep it very hard.
This format, I think, is you have to run on every lap of every round before starting the night.
Yeah, we gave him a little run for his money.
They saw guys spinning out.
There's 61 to go. We still got it, too.
I'm pretty sure
What the fuck happened to that?
And so I think, and by the way, that's one of the things special, so there's not a lot that they can do.
He's got a lot of damage to that.
Oh, yeah, he has to.
That might take him out of contention for even third.
I don't know, there's still a strategy that could happen.
Looks like that's got to be like 10 seconds of damage. Looks like Wester's not slow.
So the one thing that I do love about this, there's a lot of things in it. There's a lot of moving parts, and trust me, we're going to follow along with that and keep you in tune with what's going on. The thing that I love the most, inversions. I've been a short track guy. You've been a short track guy. They do it for a reason. You invert that field for action on the racetrack for your viewers, and I'm telling you, that's where the action's going to be. That being said, for me, if I'm in one of those race cars, I need some grip. I need some stability because I need to put that thing in some pretty sketchy. I heard Jimmy say you're going to put it in some pretty sketchy spots, and it's going to need to stick because that's what it's going to take to put yourself in the right position at the end, which is all that matters. Set yourself up for that last round.
Mike, you said the number 4 could be your best, your right potential. No, it's going to be way higher than that because even if these guys win this first one and then they start doing some of these inverts, I'm telling you what, it's going to be as much about surviving the invert as much as it is advancing through the field.
Yeah, you got to make the invert. Yeah. It's so important. And you know, that second one, it can be at 8. If they throw an 8, let's back up. Let's back up to the first invert. The first invert, the winner will start somewhere between 8th and 12th in round 2.
I said, did you hear 8? I was getting there, right? I was starting to tap on.
Yeah, don't
Yo, Canadian, what's up?
We're going to let a fan could be 8, could be 12, as many as 12. I hope that it's 12. Going to make these guys get their money. But the point is, the points happen. What happens in round 3?
You're good. Yeah, we just started we're about halfway through the 3rd stage of the truck race. But at 9 o'clock, we got Rallycross. Okay. Well, I'm gonna see how many people show up, and we're gonna see how many rounds we gotta do.
And now we're going to see what's going to happen. And then what happens? Then we have another round.
At least next week's round.
So whoever wins a round, they're not going to start in the next round. Lots of opportunity.
What's dirt next week?
We've got
driven. For the next 2 weeks, it's going to be driven, and then it's going to be Eldora right after that again. So
Dirt's the only one that's not running next week, right?
Not yet. Dirt and IndyCar.
We're running another one in IndyCar?
Oh wait, no, IndyCar is a road course. It's the 24-hour Le Mans, 11 laps.
Oh, yeah, that sounds fun.
And then we're going to Barcelona in Rallycross next week.
But it's not going to be just
That's really good.
That's why you go to these measures with this package. They're really chaotic racing from the lap 1 to the first round to the 4th round to the 5th round is going to be even wilder to the end. But I'm telling you, if you can't put rounds together and if you can't pass cars,
You didn't put any DLC tracks on Rallycross schedule, did you?
Yeah, there's 2.
Because people without DLCs can't run.
I think the only DLCs are Barcelona and another one, but I can't think of which one it is. Yeah.
Some of the best racing you see, all race long.
Okay, it doesn't matter what car you drive in Rallycross. You can just drive whatever.
We're not going to have that tonight, so it's going to be all about these restarts and how aggressive drivers are able to get. We know that there's a little
Yeah, there's like two
2
DLC tracks in Rallycross. Yeah, that's one of the DLCs.
I think I was thinking of the wrong track.
In the first 4 or 5 rounds.
Is that the Spain track?
Yeah, Barcelona, Spain.
He's not going to start first, and that's next round. And I think to their point,
Is it the actual Rallycross track?
Yeah.
one of our best all-star races that we've had.
I don't think I raced that one.
It's DLC.
This is the first format that
I think it's DLC.
Yeah. Ferrari track and field, when I don't have that, maybe would have a Rallycross track.
Well, no, the Fun Pack has the Rallycross tracks in it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I have that one.
Experience. So let's go to Regan Smith, who is at the track with Coca-Cola Racing family driver Joey Logano.
Other than that, I think there's one more track that's DLC, but I can't think of which one it is.
Yeah, it's that one that you can run basically an oval on it. It was basically like a
One thing from Wise, that was pretty aggressive to start. It looked almost like this car
No, I don't think so.
laps, it seemed like. So, but after that,
It's got a longer road course into short. It's kind of like an oval, not too much, but
Chase Briscoe.
nowhere in Mojave.
That you pick up, until then, we don't know what we got with the Chauffeurs almost until we get out. So like every other week, we no practice right now.
You did have a little practice yesterday up in the booth. You got to watch the races for us.
I think it was maybe Brands Hitch. Brands Hatch Rallycross might be a deal.
That's what that is.
Barcelona and that maybe, but I'm not sure.
track on Sunday, so that's why I wanted to really sign up for the truck
It's
race.
the fun pack is the DLC track.
At the Bristol Dirt Race, I'll be there.
And I think everybody at FS1, we should get commission on it. If Joey wins tonight,
That's
And of course, everybody else out there, time now for us to make our race bets.
Yes,
I think he'll lose caution
said earlier today, you
for
started out
second, third.
nothing as we have promoted here for the last week. But Kyle Busch, he has top 10 finishes in his last 6 All-Star races, including that win at Charlotte back in 2017. And as I said, he loves checks that have more than one comma.
You've been consistent with
We
your
all
Kyle
like
Busch all
those
day.
checks
Yes.
more than one comma on them. I'm going to go with Kyle Larson. I think if you look at the season, Kyle Larson has been the dominant part, majority of the traffic. He has led 55% of all laps found on Mount Head this year. He dominated the last race in Charlotte, went on the stages. I think that the All-Star format with all the restarts plays in his favor as well.
Listen, I think absolutely the two Kyles are going to be the class of the field, and I think that they're going to be 1 and 2 at the end of this race for the 10-lap shootout. And I think they're going to wreck each other, and I think Alex Bowman is going to be in either 3rd or 4th, and he is going to drive to victory against
Well,
All-Star.
dump those 21 numbers that I have.
There you go. That's how I think it's going to go down. All right, Saturday, TSL Mega Bowl is on Fox. Catch the game's rising stars as they battle for the championship crown. The action begins Saturday on Fox and the Fox Sports app. Okay, coming up, 21 drivers are headed to the All-Star stage for one of the coolest driver intros you will see all year. We've got it covered live here on FS1.
Tonight on FS1.
Game on!
Megan Rapinoe
Blast it!
and the U.S. Women's National Team are back in action. USA, Jamaica. Tonight at 10 Eastern on FS1. One tough spy. Endless disguises. Each every episode of Aliens. Tubi has it all free. Aliens. Tubi. Watch free.
Black Widow. I wonder if... Just think that's all. If it's his safety first, and that's what we always say, good. Never mind. Okay, you got a plan? We really should leave our insurance information.
You're right back there.
I'm okay. My mind was somewhere else.
Marvel Studios' Black Widow coming to theaters. We were gonna stuff Reese's cups with feathers, and then we're like, wait a minute, pretzels. Yeah, pretzels will be way better. Reese's, now stuffed with pretzels.
working all. No.
I just
Yeah, I seen that.
I thought the early tracks were going to work. Already.
It's an iconic combo of pieces of Thin Mints cookies, Cool Mint, and world-famous DQ vanilla soft serve. Every bite is a sweet beat of ingenuity. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
Well, the best season ever is going off with a bang. FS1 is where the fireworks are. Because for the first time, the Lone Star is hosting the All-Stars. I'm not talking championships. There are no points here. I'm talking speed versus free. A horsepower rodeo for a cold hard bag of dough. I'm talking about a race for $1 million. NASCAR All-Star Race tonight at 8 East. FS1 and Fox Sports app.
Saturday is a baseball night in America on Fox. Nolan Arenado in the car. Take off Acuna Jr. and the Braves. Tim Anderson leads the White Sox against Jose Altuve. Baseball night in America. Saturday, 7 on Fox Sports app.
Back here on race day, aerial coverage provided by Goodyear for those that push the limits of possibility. Goodyear, more driven. It is a special moment, the introductions of the drivers for NASCAR's 37th All-Star race. 21 drivers will race for $1 million. Here's Adam Alexander and
to the first ever NASCAR All-Star Race right here in Texas. Please join me in welcoming tonight's band, playing far out and running behind.
Jamie, it is a party.
I will say one thing though, the fact they're doing the All-Star race at different tracks is kind of stupid. Well, see, they did it at Charlotte for a reason though. That was, you know, all the crew that work on the cars, that was so they would be able to stay home. But now they're doing other places, now they can't be home. It was like NASCAR's homecoming is what it was. Because almost everybody in NASCAR is from North Carolina. I mean, all the crew and, you know, all the stuff like that. That was so they could go home and see their families. Had their families around. But you know, they gotta give Texas a try. The first All-Star race was held at Atlanta. They've held it at Charlotte, Bristol. Texas is the last track of its kind to be raced there too. They should, because it's still North Carolina. They could, because it is North Carolina. Well, they should go to Rockingham.
I think Rockingham,
because it's in North Carolina too.
Or they could do the throwback and
go to the Rock. I ain't gonna lie though, Rockingham is a hard track to do. I know when I used to race it, that was fucking hard. They should give us like legendary tracks like Rockingham and Wilkesboro.
I hope they do that in the next game.
Well, it might not be the next game, but it might be later on in the future. But I want legendary tracks. You know what I mean?
They just have that Canyon Valley or whatever, Death Valley from the EA game.
Yeah, but I don't think that was a legendary track though.
No, it was a fantasy.
Yeah, it was a fantasy track. The only fantasy track I want back was that backwards super speedway where you went like 230 miles an hour and the right hand super speedway. Yeah.
Dodge. That would be a great one.
Oh yeah, that was a good track. I love that one.
Dodge is Red Bull an actual track?
Is what?
Red Bull? Was that an actual track?
Nah, I think it was fantasy.
You remember the fantasy inside the arena?
Yeah, that's who he was talking about. It's for like under the grandstands. Yeah, that's who he was talking about.
Well, the second fire just to have it and better graphics. Shit.
You know what, Nats? If you can make it the next 19 laps, you might win this race.
Excuse me? I'm right.
And he spins out. Never mind. Get Steven, get Steven, get Steven.
I'm not even that fast.
Oh, you're full of shit. Nats busted his ass just to lead a lap. Come on now. That's how desperate we all are to get one lap.
This track changed way too much from Heat 4 to Heat 5. It's one of the best.
he had his only lap led stolen from him twice.
I had to stay first and then occasionally second. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not couple laps down. When you win a lap, I mean, it's not like you're going to get third from staying out that long. I knew he was going to try that. I might have stayed out a few laps. You know, at least I got so much. Well, actually, you got crash tires probably. Yeah, and that's his crash tires. That was just what he lied. No, I haven't passed them yet. I was about to say I have some of the battle left, but he's going to pull away. Yeah. No, gosh, that's going to be an interesting race. Hell yeah. I got straight out of the dirt race. I know I'm best at restarts,
Oh, fucking Ryan Newman. When they said 2002 All-Star winner, I was like, the fuck? And I was like, wait a minute, I remember that race. He cheated Dale Jr. out of that win.
Awesome. They should have brought over Matt Kenseth and shaked his ass down.
That was actually my second All-Star race I ever went to.
What? Matt Kenseth down?
No, when fucking Ryan Newman jumped the start and cheated Dale Jr. out of a win. My first All-Star race was 1997 when Dale Sr. drove the orange Wheaties car. I went from 2002 to like 2016 consecutively. I'll tell you one you don't want to go to is the Coca-Cola 600. Fuck that shit. Too long. It's even worse when they have to red flag it. Twice. Or it gets rained out. Twice. I'm good. I was there when that camera line fell and hurt Kyle Busch's car. And they red flagged that bitch for like an hour.
Cable line.
Yep, the cable line. I was in turn 2 when that happened. Huh? 2014, I believe. 2013, 2014, something like that. Yeah, the cable line snapped and got hooked under some cars. It hurt some of the fans though.
I know they sued. They got paid.
No, they got free tickets for the rest of their life.
Wow.
Just like that one time that the bridge collapsed with people on it.
Hey, I'm selling them tickets. Free tickets.
Well, no, see, there was a bridge. You walk over the bridge, it goes over the interstate. It collapsed one day after an all-star race with people on it, and Lowe's gave them free tickets to any Lowe's race for the rest of their life. They was Lowe's, Charlotte, what I meant.
Yeah.
They gave them tickets to every Charlotte race for the rest of their life because they were on the bridge when the bridge collapsed. Thank God I went over the bridge before it fucking collapsed.
Did anyone die?
No deaths. There was a serious injury. I mean, the bridge broke over the interstate. So, yeah, it's pretty fucking bad. Note, anytime I go there, I hold on to the goddamn railing going over any of those bridges because I don't trust them. Because I was there when it fell. Nah, I'm really iffy with them bridges there.
Yeah, note yourself, don't take any bridges under
It's just a walking bridge. Well, Charlotte's been around for a long time. And it's just the location where it's at. You gotta cross the bridge to get to the track anyway. And it's a walking bridge, so I don't trust it. No, no thank you.
You saw the marker? Yeah, I'm not catching K unless he spins out. I wonder who has the fastest one. Oh, like the closest one sees. Yeah, you try to give me the ball, but yeah.
Finally done it. Dr. Pepper, 0 sugar.
Good racing. It was close.
I figured I'd try to teach you a lesson, but I just couldn't get to you.
Maybe next time.
I remember that one time I went to teach you a lesson. I rode your ass around the track for a fucking lap or two.
I don't care.
Dessert is finally here.
Could be 20 laps down. I'll still be able to do it.
I wasn't a lap down.
Yeah, I know. I want you to go like that.
Shit, Globe was 221 laps down. He led 4 laps. That was it. Oh yeah, he led 3, then lost the lead and lagged out.
How much did you get? 5 probably led. 3 to 5.
I led like 2 or 3.
You led like 2. So, in total, of the whole field, everyone led 10 laps versus how many laps did you do?
Over 200.
Good.
Go Steve.
They got close though. Oh my.
Who got close?
You.
Who?